I've been meaning to do an episode on Adblock for quite some time. My feelings have been made public elsewhere, but I really wanted to do it here. And I was inspired to do it especially this week after a lovely chat with an escapist audience member who said they proudly adblock my stuff because they don't want to support me or the escapist, but they would still like to keep looking at all our stuff. So that was enlightening, and this is my episode now, the obligatory Adblock episode. So, let's talk about Adblock. It's not an issue specific to games media, but it certainly affects it, along with all other web content, and many game coverage outlets have been talking about it over the past 12 months. As a content creator online, one who has not yet hinged his hopes upon Kickstarter or Patreon projects, advertising is how I make my money. I don't like it, but that's where my money comes from at the end of the day. If you adblock this show, you are watching my work without the escapist getting any compensation which the site uses to pay me. Fact is, if everybody watching blocked ads from running, there'd be no show. Now, some content creators have made their opinions very vocally known, going so far as to call those who use Adblock thieves, saying their videos or articles are being stolen when someone views them without the ads running. Personally, I'm not of that persuasion. No, I don't like it when someone views my work with Adblock, but I get it. I absolutely understand it, and I find it hard to judge anybody who does it. If I'm pissed off at anyone, it's the advertisers, those reckless buffoons who brought up intrusive pop-ups, auto-playing video ads, and those fucking banners with the smileys that scream, "Say something!" at you. There is this horrible cycle in place, if you didn't know, where the less ads that get viewed, the worse the ads are, because the less scrupulous commercial companies will go after the more desperate venues. What this means is, the more you adblock, the worse the ads actually get. And when you have a site like Destructoid saying 40% of its users block the ads, one can see why corporate-sponsored site skins happen, why videos get interrupted with commercial messages that are part of the show itself, and why sites try to push the subscription model. At the end of the day, content isn't free. Even when it's free, something's being bought somewhere, something costs somebody something. I don't like any of that. But welcome to an ad-blocked world, where sites are going to have to hustle to make some cheddar, and I do, in large part, blame advertisers themselves for that, not the end user, who is just trying to enjoy their content in an optimal way. Advertisers are tying a noose around everybody's fucking neck, and I despise that they've painted us all into a corner. And that's why I prefer to ask, rather than accuse, cajole, threaten, or shame people. I prefer to ask my viewers, like I am going to ask right now, to kindly consider switching the adblock off, because I know it really is a big ask. I'm asking you to inconvenience yourself, to make your experience less optimal in order to support my work, in order to do something you don't really see or feel the results of. But know that you will be supporting me, and I would appreciate that, and it allows me to keep making my videos online where I say the things with the words. If it's any consolation, I do my best to work my hardest. I often work 7 days a week, and I realise I work in games media, so it's hardly the most noble or laborious profession, but it has its stress, and it has its lack of vacation time, and I would like to keep doing it while keeping my family alive. It'd be nice. I've wanted to talk about Adblock on this show for a long time, the thing I do that reaches the most amount of viewers, the show that means everything to me, the show I want desperately to keep doing all of the time. It's a topic near to me, as it is to many of my fellow content producers, and I would like to say, if you do Adblock, look, I don't mind working for you for free. If I could somehow bend the laws of the universe, I'd do this for nothing but the sheer pleasure of it. That said, if you do adblock me, then proudly tell me you do while being angry at my videos and telling me what to do, that is when I'll tell you to go fuck yourself. Because at that point, you really are being a self-entitled little shitbat who does nothing for me, and I am tired of people like you. I totally understand adblock users, but not the ones who smugly use it like a weapon or like a threat, smugly letting everyone know that they adblock content while demanding that content be changed and tailored to their tastes. For you, select group of people, fuck off. The rest of you, well, it's so difficult. When ads break websites, when they ruin your browsing or are offensive to you on some level, how the hell can I blame you for wanting to obliterate them? I can't. And if you're like me and you look at tons of pornography, Lord knows you want to protect your browser from that shit. But hey, if you'd consider turning it off when browsing The Escapist, or whitelisting the site, and helping me continue to make this my job, that'd be swell. And I realise some of you hate me and love the idea of me stopping, and hope that by using Adblock, in some way you'll help choke the life out of everything I make. And that's fine too. Just, like I said, you waive the right to tell me how to make any of it at that point. Rest of you's cool though. Adblock or not. There are fans of mine who do still adblock and use NoScript or whatever they do to not watch ads. And some of them want to continue to do that but still feel bad about it. Again, like I said, no judgment, no issues if you do, if you feel that's what you got to do. Some of them do still want to support me in some way. I mean, it's always going to be the most direct support you can do is watch the stuff on here, on The Escapist or on my YouTube channel without the adblock stuff running. You could, though, buy me shitty babyish alien toys on my Amazon wishlist, what I got, if you want. If you want to eliminate any residual guilt you might feel. I've got a public PO box address as well, which I often give out. I might pop it in here if I remember. I get sent dildos through there, weird dildos, weird furry porn comics. I often show it on the show. Or this cheap, shitty, made in China Predator mask that a fan sent. They said I make a lot of cheap, shitty tat on the internet, so they thought they'd send me some cheap, shitty tat that's relevant to my interests. Thank you very much. It's a child's mask, I think. My fat is all coming out the sides of it. I look a right tit. But hey, this is the kind of stuff I do for you. You get to watch Jim Sterling come to you today humbly, cap in hand almost, no dignity. That's gotta be worth, you know, the slight inconvenience of watching me without adblock, or a little bit of money, or send me a dildo or an alien, you know, whatever you want. Or nothing. It's up to you. All I know is, I am Jim Sterling, and thank God for me. I do look a right